It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC West. It's the Broncos and the Raiders. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a danger. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing on first down. Nix. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. Looking to throw. Nix. Throw to the right. Caught by Dulcich. A gain of 5. Good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Nix. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Jamar Chase. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They toss it to Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Here's A.J. Cole now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Oh, there. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And you don't see this one very often, but that one was blocked, deflected, whatever you want to call it, and they were able to pick it up and advance it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And as a punter, with the heels of your shoes in the back of that end zone, tough spot to be in. The nightmare scenario plays out. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, first down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Connor. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. Here's a 2nd and 5. At the 20-yard line. First carry for Nick Chubb. Able to power through. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On 1st down, Nix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Nix. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Back to throw again. He's got some room to operate. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Broncos, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
It's amazing how much advice defensive players get on 3rd down. You hear the bench screaming out, watch the draw, watch the screen, watch the pass here. Very rarely do they reference watching the fullback, and he slipped through and picked up a first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 21-0 our score after 1. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with the football here. Here's 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. On the give, it's Warren. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Daniel Carlson on for the field goal. A 59-yard attempt.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. That one thrown downfield is taken in by his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19 from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Nix. There's another catch by the running back, Nick Chubb. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Off play action. Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Same connection. Dulcich once again. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
Back to throw. Nix. Out route complete to Dulcich. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
Looking to throw. Nix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Chubb will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Broncos are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them. So I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Raiders offense ready to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
On 1st and 10, Connor. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Now a 2nd and 10. Warren will try the right side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the second quarter. Second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Nix. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field. That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Taken in at the 22. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, first and 10. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. Over the middle, complete. That's Adams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that will bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4 at the 36-yard line.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
7-yard gain. And a Las Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now a run with Warren. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Operating from the gun. Connor. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Throwing again, Connor. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Connor caught on the right side by Adams. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Vegas first down. First and 10 at the 30.
Throwing on first down. Connor. And he knocks the ball away and it falls incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Got his man, it's Warren. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Connor. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, trailing into break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board, give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive maybe. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix to the sideline and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle, and it's the Texans who are out in front. Joe Mixon, a couple of touchdown runs. From there, we head east to check out the Jets at home at MetLife Stadium. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Curtis Samuel, a touchdown catch in the victory. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Lamar Jackson has a touchdown pass. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Here's Raymond bringing it out, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
To throw on second down. Nix, he finds his man, complete. It's Franklin. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 23 yards to pick up there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On first down, Nix. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
To throw again, Nix got his man. It's Dulcich. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Chubb on the counter. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Nix. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Nix. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Tyree Wilson using that athletic ability to make the play.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And his kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Off the bootleg. Connor. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Warren. Muscles him off. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. 3rd and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Back to throw. Connor. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, Boodle. And he caught it up! Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Following the fumble recovery, Connor. He finds his man, complete. That's Bowers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5.
At the 24-yard line.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blocking.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. This from 44 yards out, left hash. The kick by Carlson is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Nix. They set up the screen to Chubb. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody.
A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. An opening for Chubb on first down as he dashes forward for about 7. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
The Broncos on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Nix. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's gone right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Ready, set. Come on. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Connor. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Up the middle, it's Chubb. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Complete on the quick throw to Moore. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix to the right side, and he's got Moore complete. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Nix dumps this to his running back, Chubb. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up second down.
2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete into the hands of Myers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Connor. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw over the middle taken in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Connor. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Alex Highsmith in there to get him for a yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken at the 46. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Raiders will have a short. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it was a game where they